Hey guys, welcome back. It's Jeff Green here with Dynamic Photography. Today, I'm going to be doing some backpacking. I'm headed out for an overnighter. Going to be doing some fly fishing. Going to be doing some photography. It's going to be a good time. So let's get started. So it's probably pretty obvious. I'm on the Pacific Crest Trail, northbound. I'm gonna go for a ways, a couple miles or so. I'm gonna peel off, hit another trail system. I'm gonna head towards some lakes. And I got one lake in mind for tonight. I'm not gonna name it in this video, but there's brook trout. Has the potential to be a really good night. I'm gonna do some photography too. We're gonna have three-fingered jack in the background. So the lake that I have in mind for tonight, it's a gem. It requires a little off-trail work. When I get there, there's only one really nice dispersed campsite there, so if it's occupied, I will leave and I'll pop down to another lake. Mount Washington. Love the Pacific Crest Trail. I'm not up here enough. It is awesome. I love when I have a chance to be up here. I have filtered water from that little pond before. It's pretty good. I've always associated that clump of rocks with taking a 10-minute break. There it is. Take a 10-minute break, jump trails, adjust gear, have a snack, put on some sunblock. If there was cell phone service, I would check messages. But there it is, the clump of rocks. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break by the clump of rocks. I got some shade and I'm gonna have a snack. I'm gonna adjust my gear, put on a little sunblock, and then I'm gonna hit the trail. Over there is the Pacific Crest Trail. I'm done with that for now. And I'm gonna be on another trail system for a while. I didn't make it up here last summer, but for many summers in a row before that, I was up here a few times here and there. All this scorched earth fire damage is from the B&B complex fire. And it's been a while. I think it was in the year 2003. So good. Anybody want to guess how heavy my pack is? So later on this mission, later on in the video, I'm going to go over my gear kind of piece by piece for the most part, And if anybody wants to take a stab at guessing the weight of my pack in pounds, do it in the comments. It'll be kind of fun. But let me give you a hint. It's heavy. Sitting on one of the most comfortable boulders I've ever sat on, and I'm taking a breather because I'm about to leave my trail. I'm going off trail now, and gonna go look for my stream crossing. It's not that bad, and then after that I gotta go uphill a little ways, but it's not terribly far. It's gonna be a little bit of a leg burner, not too bad, and then I'm gonna be close to where I'm going. So we're doing some off-trail work here, just walking through the forest. There's a lot of regrowth and whatnot. It's not too bad. Just take the path of least resistance. This is my stream crossing. And there's no water in it. It is dry. That's crazy. Last time I was here, it was mid-July, and there was a good creek flowing through here. When I went across, I got wet. I'm just taking a minute to take my pack off my back, drink some water. I'm about to start the leg that's going to last about 20 minutes. It's going straight uphill. It's kind of loose and it's going to suck. So I don't even think for the most part I'm going to film anything, and I will see you at the top. I said no footage, but I just want to take one shot. Just coming up through there. It sucks. It sucks. I might be halfway there, I don't know. A little bit more ways to go. It sucks, but it'll be worth it. That was a monster. I've made it to the lake that I want to stay at for the night. There's a peek at it, and my one good dispersed site is on the far side. And as of right now, I can't tell if somebody's there or not, so I'm gonna walk around the edge and see what I find. I got a nice elevated position here. I got good line of sight to the site over there. And it does not look occupied. Look at this spot. Campfire ring. There's no fire restrictions right now. Not here. Flat spot for a tent right there. You can't see it, but the water's down there. And we're just over 100 feet from the water, so we're good. Unlimited water source, unlimited solar power source. Gonna be here for the night. I'm wiped out. I can't wait to sit down and start snacking. I got a few things to do first though. This is home for the night. There's Three Finger Jack off in the distance. Just a beautiful mountain. I've been up there a couple times. Amazing views from up there. So anyways, I'm gonna work on my priority of work. First thing I want to do is filter water, and I just want to continue drinking water. I'm going to get the solar panels up and running, and then I'm going to start setting up my shelter and my site. Like I already mentioned, I'm going to filter some water right now. Right here. So I got a backpack bladder here. Fits 3 liters of water. Got the water filter right here. So I'm just going to get this going. Get that out there. Quick connect to disconnect, and then reconnect. That quick connect. And that's it. We're underway. All right. Just a few minutes of pumping the water filter, and I'm at 3 liters. Next on the list is get the solar panels going. This is what they look like. So the best way to do it is to just go ahead and charge a main battery that goes with it. It's right here. So we'll do that. And then later on, you charge whatever device you want off the main battery. All right, now that water and power is done, I'm gonna start setting up my camp. but I figured I'd take a couple minutes to go over my gear for staying the night, for fly fishing, and for photography. So here's the shelter. It's a one-person shelter by MSR, and surprise, surprise, tucked away inside my compression sack for my shelter is my sleeping pad. I put it in there, then I put all the tent material around it, and then I compress it up. Got a sleeping bag here. This is by Marmot. It's a very good sleeping bag. It's pretty lightweight, but it's not the most lightweight version that's available. Keeps me really warm though. Got the jet boil, fueled by isobutane. Got a camp pan. Got a warming layer. All right, got toiletries in here, travel style, of course. Homemade bear bag kit. Be doing that in a little bit. Got a camp chair. I got my tripod for my Nikon camera that I'll be showing here in a little bit. This is a carbon fiber backpacking model. Here's the Nikon D750. So it's the big boy camera. Got the 14-24 lens. Photography tonight right there. Should be good. We got some swirling clouds. Got my fly rod. It's an Orvis 5 weight. To go along with the fly rod, I already pointed out, here's my fly fishing materials. Got a little reel, fly fishing reel. I've got some extra leader. I've got some tippet. I've got about 15 or 16 flies. Most of them are dry flies, but I have a couple wet flies. I've got some floatant. Got the Garmin GPS. This is the InReach version. I've talked about it in the past. It's incredible. It does all the GPS functions and does them really well. And in addition to that, it's a satellite communicator. So instead of using the cellular networks, it uses the satellite networks, specifically the Iridium system, to send and receive text messages over satellites. All right, so I got, I don't know if you can see it, got a survival knife, and I love this survival knife. It's very sharp, does a good job. It's got like a hammer at the end, which is very useful. And I love that it has a whistle. And it's also got fire starting flint material. Attached over here is hand sanitizer. All right, coming off the pack is the little backpacking coffee cup. Got a map. Got some snacks. So I got some chocolate for tonight. Or like cookies. I've got, this is basically a lunch for tomorrow if I really want. It's a bumblebee, of course. Got a handful of like granola bars and some, what is it, roasted peanuts. I have a little bit of trail mix. Oh, got this. Tonight's dinner is Mountain House. It's lasagna. This is tomorrow's breakfast. All right, we're down to the nitty gritty of what's in my pack, and I have it in a little stuff sack. I'm gonna go rapid fire right here. This is a head net for mosquitoes, and yes, there's some mosquitoes out here, but they're not really eating me alive. I have a glow stick. I got waterproof matches and the little striking material in there. Chapstick. Got a rechargeable headlamp. Spork. First aid kit. Fire starter for tonight if I want to start a fire. GoPro batteries, I packed 8 of them. This is my Cascade Wilderness Permit and my self-issued Wilderness Permit. I know, redundant. Sunblock, Bluetooth speaker, wipes. I got 4 things of Starbucks coffee. I only need 2. The other 2 are if I need another 2 after the first 2. Compass, and my trusty sidekick, R2-D2. He's always been with me. He always goes with me. He doesn't always show up in these videos, but you know, he's usually somewhere. I know what you're thinking, and the answer is it's right here. Oh, bug spray. It was in an outside pouch. Okay, one more piece of safety equipment. I'm hesitant to even show this, but I do have a sidearm. It's concealed. It's the Sig Sauer P 365. All right, I'm gonna set up the tent now. And should I do the standard YouTube time-lapse tent setup, or should I do something else? Because it's pretty much the law on YouTube that you turn it into a time-lapse. I don't want to. It's all I ever see. I've done it myself in one of my prior videos, but I'm like, how do you not? How do you not do the time-lapse? It's like too early to be thinking about making some dinner, and I'm not even that hungry right now. And nothing's going on with the fly fishing, and I'm all set up for the night. So I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to walk around. I'm going to collect some materials for maybe starting a campfire tonight. There are no fire restrictions in this area, and it might be a nice thing to do. I'm not convinced I'm going to do it yet, but if I want to, I want to have all the materials there at the campfire ring. There is tons of stuff on the floor around here to use. Stuff like that. As a good practice, I go far from my site, collect little things like this, and never ever cut anything down. Never chop, never saw. Just get stuff like this. The more effort you put into it, the better fire burning wood you can find. Yeah. Ah, look at this. It's a pretty good one. I was gonna go back there, but I do not want to traipse over all these beautiful wildflowers. No way. Respect them. Leave no trace. Bam. A little bit of effort, and I've got some wood that I'll burn. I'll probably get some little twigs here at some point, and that's about it. A little bit of quality of life. So I'm gonna sit and watch for a little bit. There's my goodies down there. I'm gonna go ahead and boil some water and cook some dinner. So fast, it's almost there. Just started boiling. Here we go. Whoa. Lost a little bit. See, oh yeah, definitely. That's good. That's great. Still no fish activity out there. Hopefully something happens at some point. I got dinner cooking right now. Rehydrating. It's a mountain house. So I figured it's a decent time to set up the Nikon. So once again, this is the Nikon D750 for landscape photography. So this area is pretty good for shooting towards the mountain. There's a couple of different areas that have clearings that have a good line of sight. So I'm just going to use that. But for the meantime, I'm ready. I don't have to unpack anything. Cool. I have a pretty good composition right here. So I'm to the left of my campsite, the left facing the mountain, that is. And this works really well. I've also got a nice composition to the right of the campsite. So I've got a couple options. It's looking pretty good. Yeah. Test shot looks good. I like it. Okay, so since I'm set, I'm gonna check on the water again, check on my dinner, and just let this guy sit. It's all ready to go. It's hot, very hot, too hot. Been watching for a few minutes. I actually saw one rise, but it was way out there, so who knows, something could happen. This is about the time that I started catching fish last time. I'm gonna do this, and then after this, it'll probably be it for the night. All right, a couple more casts, then I'm heading up. All right, colors are taking shape, so I'm gonna leave my fly fishing equipment down here. I'm gonna head up to the Nikon, do a little bit of photography, and then if I have a quick chance, I'll come down and take a few more casts. I already popped off a few shots. I think that was the first wave of colors, like the sun dipping over the horizon. And now, pretty soon, it could be in 10, 15, 20 minutes, it's gonna be that pink alpine glow, or alpine glow. Well, sitting here with the camera, taking a few shots here and there. It's like the colors started to come in, and then they started to pull back, and then they started to come in a little bit more. So we'll see how that goes, but good chance to just kind of sit down and eat something. The colors are looking awesome now. This is pretty cool. So, you know, didn't get a fish, but definitely getting some good sunset colors. So I'll take it. That's awesome. Gosh, freaking mosquitoes are coming out. I just got several bites. They're coming out. I need to get my bug sprayed pretty soon. But regardless, this is pretty exciting. I think this is just the start too. Getting some good shots. They look good. Totally worth lugging this camera up here for that. I've been thinking about it, and I've decided I'm not going to be making a campfire. If I was, I would like to be doing it right now or already, and so I don't want to waste time with that. It's going to start to get dark pretty soon. I'm not really worried about it. I'm not cooking anything. I don't need a campfire for warmth. The only cool thing that it would be is for ambience and get a couple like shots to use in the video. And for this time, this application, it's just not worth it. So I'm not going to worry about that. In fact, like I said, it's gonna be dark pretty soon. I'm looking forward to getting some rest. This is pretty good. Not sure what else to say for photography. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You just need the incredible scenery in front of you, and you need good light. We got it. And I'm shooting at f11, half a second right now, ISO 100. I've got the 14 to 24 millimeter lens on. Pretty straightforward and good time as always. I used to do a lot of this, and I don't do as much these days, but it's always fun when the conditions are good. You know, it's a lot of fun. All right, colors are fading. They lasted about 15 minutes. I fired off dozens of images, tried a couple of different settings, and overall looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and call this done. And I'm gonna pop down there, and I might fly fish, or I might just gather up my gear and bring it back to camp. Last time I was here, there were fish. They were eaten. And they're not right now. Maybe they're gone. Yeah, the fish are gone. Somebody caught them. Somebody caught the fish. All right, I'm gonna organize all my gear, collect all my trash, get all my food together, and I'm gonna attempt to do a bear bag with my homemade kit right there. See how that goes. However, just looking around, I don't see any good limbs anywhere. I'm losing light. I just searched high and low, and I finally found something that's okay. It's not the best, so don't say something in the comments. I know it's not the best, but I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna tie the rope to this little stick and get it over that thing, and I'm not gonna film myself doing it 17 times to get it. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. First try. Okay. I wanted to teach myself the PCT method for putting a stake in there and all that stuff, but I'm not going to right now. I'm going to use the method where you just tie it off. I know it's frowned upon in the Sierras to do this method because the grizzly bears have learned to chew through the lines, and when they chew through the lines, food drops from the sky. We don't have grizzly bears here. A little bit better than I thought. It's just, it could have been better, but I'm done for now. I'm gonna get back to camp. I'm actually pretty far from camp. I'm gonna clean up all my gear and start getting ready for bed. And then I might just sit in my chair for a little bit. As soon as the sun hits, start charging again. I'm almost packed up into my tent. I'm going to drag a few items. I don't have a lot of room, but I'm going to take the Nikon. I'm going to take my water. I got one snack, my cell phone, and some safety equipment. I'm going to fire up my one glow stick. That's it. The moon's rising, so there's going to be moonlight tonight. A little bit, at least. All right, got up and did some fly fishing, and it's a no-go. So no big deal. I'm gonna go get my bear bag and make some breakfast and coffee. I've been walking around in circles, unable to find it. I'm like, I'm in the right area, but it was so dark last night, and I walked for like 10 minutes. But I just found it, finally. There it is, it's up there. And it survived. Alright, there we go. Ooh, that's boiling, that's hot. Alright, so I'm gonna let that go for a little bit. What I'm gonna try to do is warm up a tortilla in this pan and then put some of the breakfast skillet into the tortilla and make a breakfast burrito. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I brought a couple tortillas just in case I was gonna put like some brook trout in it and just kind of make like some creative thing. I brought some spices too, but since that didn't happen, I just got this idea and I want to give it a shot. So tortilla's underway. Turn it. My first bite, I was like, no, it's not very good. I don't know what it was. Just wasn't very good. By the time I got to like my third bite and I'm in the middle, like it changed. And I think it might have been the heat on the tortilla was more cooked or something. And it's really good. It's really good in the center. Well, all right, I'm all packed up. It's almost time to go. Last thing to pack is the camp chair. I always like to take a few minutes and sit down and just kind of enjoy my second cup of coffee and just relax before it's time to walk out. So I'm going to take a few minutes and do that. This is actually one of my favorite things to do while I'm out here, is just that final sit and relax before walking out. All right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap this video up now. So just an incredibly peaceful moment right here, right now. And I'm really enjoying it, but I'm all packed up and I'm getting ready to walk out. So I think I'm not really going to shoot any significant video on the walkout. It would just all be redundant anyways. So past 20 hours, it's been a lot of fun. It's been interesting, some ups and downs. And it's always amazing to be up here. I wouldn't trade it for anything. So thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, drop a like. If you're new to the channel and want to see more interesting content like this, make sure to subscribe. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.